Oh, hello there. Welcome in Waikatap. Thank you all for joining us today in a virtual presentation of Thompson Rivers University. My name is Jessi, and I'm happy to share with you today everything TRU. First off, I'd like to talk about that our campus is located in the traditional and unceded territory of the Tecumseh-Tshekwennik, the traditional lands of the Shuswap people. Can't wait to talk about all things TRU today, and if you have any questions, we'll have some contact information at the end. But let's get this started. So maybe some of you might know where Kamloops is or have checked out the city, but if not, and wherever you're watching this from today, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about our two campuses and the cities they're located in. First, our main campus is located in Kamloops, British Columbia. It's a city with just over 90,000 people, and the university actually gets its name from the confluence of the two rivers meeting in its downtown core, the North and South Thompson River. We have another campus located about 3 hours north in Williams Lake. It has just around 1,000 students and some really unique programs. I know it can be hard to experience what campus life will be like in Kamloops, especially given the current scenario we are in. But we want to showcase a couple of slides that depict campus life as a student. For me especially, it was getting a delicious bite to eat at the Den restaurant and cafe, or maybe experiencing one of the theater shows in our theater arts program. I always appreciated the opportunity to socialize in many different areas across TRU. You'll see here that right in front of Starbucks is kind of like our main foyer area, right in front of enrollment services and right next door to my office. It was a good spot to grab Starbucks, chat with friends, old colleagues, and anything you really wanted to do, maybe even get a quick few minutes of studying in before your class or next pop quiz. And of course, there is more to our campus than just coffee and food. The landscape on campus is beautiful no matter what season it is. We have over 40 acres of green space and hiking trails nearby, and architectural designs that will amaze you. But let's also talk about campus life in Williams Lake. As I mentioned earlier, it has about 1,000 students and some pretty neat programs. Whether it be the Sustainable Ranching program or how we have the first 2 years of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, where students can complete the first 2 years and then transfer over to our Kamloops campus to finish their last 2 years. Now back to our main campus in Kamloops, a city full of natural beauty and just over 90,000 people call it home. Emily will explain what exactly there is to do here.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a fourth-year Bachelor of Arts student here at TRU, and I'm going to show you my favorite things to do in Kamloops. Let's go! Thompson Rivers University is a great school, but if you aren't from here, like me, you'll want to know more about the city. Because time at university is more than just living in the library and studying for exams. The Kamloops Farmers Market is the best place to find local and fresh foods. Find meats, veggies, crepes, and killer coffee right here downtown. Get here early because it sells out fast. We're lucky in Kamloops to have so many awesome locally owned independent restaurants and cafes. The Vic, Hello Toast, Mint's Kitchen, Redbeard, Peter's Pasta, Red Collar, Brownstone. If chain restaurants are what you're after, not to worry. From Earl's to Moxie's to Starbucks, I think this is the 12th one, and it used to be an A&W. There's a lot of those down here. Need to feed your creative side? We've got something for that. Take in work from local, national, and international artists right here at the Kamloops Art Gallery. Right across the street is the Paramount Theater. Here the Kamloops Film Society screens at least 2 films a week. And where the annual film festival is held. Chill out at the Art We Are. Check out work by local artists, or leave a note in their famous letter wall. For a night out, gather your friends and start on Victoria Street. Take your pick of restaurants, pubs, bars, and nightclubs. Find a friendly game of pool, darts, or join trivia night. Show off your talents or admire your friends' abilities at karaoke night. There's lots of ways to enjoy music in Kamloops. There's open mic nights, themed club nights, or big name artists. Get on the guest list early. Lazy Sundays are for rest, relaxation, and fresh air. Or head northeast to Shuswap Lake. The Shuswap is a popular summer tourism destination known for its recreational lakeshore communities and beautiful water. Sun Peaks is a world-class ski resort that stays open year-round for outdoor adventures. Thanks for hanging out with me. We've only scratched the surface on fun things to do in Kamloops. If you have any questions about Kamloops or you think there's something we've missed, comment below. Bye!
In Kamloops, you can enjoy all the amenities of a bigger city, but being a community is at our core, so you won't ever feel like a small fish in a big pond. Or should I say river? Virtual knee slapper there. And you're able to even escape the city life and explore nature. We have close to 200 lakes nearby, just like Paul Lake seen here, which is a great way to cool down as we have one of the warmest summers across Canada. Hello again, it's me, Jessi. So I want to pop up, and I'll be doing so throughout the presentation, to talk about some more personal experiences that I've experienced with Kamloops and TRU. And right now, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, which is the arts and culture scene in Kamloops. I've lived in Kamloops now for many years, and what you would hear me talk about the most is our community, but especially the community that you'll find at local events. During the summer months, I like to take in free music in the park that happens every day in our downtown core. Kamloops has the right mix of music, food, and my favorite, craft breweries that should tickle anyone's fancy. Whether it be watching one of my favorite bands, Sweater Kittens, or taking in some independent films during the Kamloops Film Festival, you'll always find signs of the vibrant, strange, oddball, stunning, captivating Kamloops art community at work during your time at TRU. It is not just our events that are diverse. We have over 90 different nationalities representing our TRU student body and a strong LGBTQ+ community. The students showcase their culture at many opportunities throughout the year, such as the International Eye Days Festival, which is a week-long celebration of diversity on campus. Now that you're familiar with Kamloops, let's find out what TRU is all about. With more than 14,000 students studying on campus, we always will have a place for you to learn and meet new people. We also have a phenomenal distance education division called TRU Open Learning. Open Learning has been supporting students and helping them reach their full potential by distance for more than 42 years. Given our current reality this fall, we are incredibly proud to have such a well-established and respected distance education division to help our students learn the quality education that they would experience on campus virtually. Thompson Rivers University has over 140 on-campus programs. Pair that with the 60 online programs that we have, and no matter what you're interested in, we've got you covered. At TRU, we'll help you find your true potential. That potential might be with bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, certificates, or diplomas. In other words, there are many, many educational pathways to get you to where you want to be. What you can study at TRU is virtually as limitless as your potential. We have a law school, a business school, and a nursing school, and all these graduates have gone on to be entrepreneurs, to go into their masters, and to even go beyond any expectations they ever had. We even have graduates in our technology and engineering programs that have created a company called Hummingbird Drones, which focused on wildfire suppression within British Columbia during those summer forest fires. And it doesn't stop there. We have experiential hands-on trades programs where students can become a Red Seal electrician or even a Red Seal chef through our culinary arts program. We can help you prepare for professional schools such as med school, pharmacy, or even veterinary medicine. We can also help teach you how to operate a ski hill, become a social worker, or even the goal of becoming an elementary school teacher. But if you're interested in something I didn't mention, please contact us after the presentation, or use the link in the next slide and we would be happy to point you in the right direction. We're going to cover a lot during this presentation. We already have covered a lot, and if there's any questions or you want to reach out to us, please use that link on the screen, tru.ca/future, to reach out to us to ask any questions that you have about today's presentation. Now let's get on to the topic of why you should choose TRU. And there's going to be many reasons, and many reasons from me, from alumni, and maybe some friends and family that you might know of that have attended TRU. But I'm going to try to showcase all the reasons I can and bring in some success stories to see if that would help you on why you should choose TRU. And what I want to start off by saying is that post-secondary education is important. Over the next 10 years, close to 80% of the 900,000 new jobs in British Columbia will require post-secondary education. We have 3 different admission processes. What we are is an open access university, so we allow students to feel that they have the right to seek post-secondary education. For example, non-competitive admission allows students to go into programs like Bachelor of Arts, Science, Computer Science, Fine Arts, and if they don't meet the requirements, they can upgrade here. Because for some programs, you can take an upgrading course alongside other first-year courses, so you don't have to wait to begin your studies. If you're unsure where to start, let us know. Because at TRU, access is open. We welcome students from our region and around the world to learn from and with one another. No matter if it's competitive or limited admission, no matter your goals, wherever you are in life, Thompson Rivers University is here for you and waiting for you. And you may be watching this now during the fall, wintry months. Maybe Halloween is just right around the corner with scary ghosts and ghouls. But do you know what it isn't scary? The affordability of Thompson Rivers University's education. Our average first-year tuition, that's 2 semesters for an arts students, runs about $5,300, and that's just tuition and fees. Books and supplies are separate, as well as residence costs, and it's about $4,000 for trade students. Costs can always vary depending on program and whether you choose to live on campus or off campus. And also remember, food, transportation, and miscellaneous can always depend. Maybe you're more like me, which is Mr. Noodles and craft dinner kind of guy when I was a student. Given the current scenario with COVID-19, we understand that funding might be tight for students and families hoping to go into post-secondary education. We have over hundreds of scholarships, bursaries, and financial aid available. Every year, TRU rewards first-time students with over $400,000 in entrance scholarships and awards. Entrance scholarships range from $1,000 to $30,000 each. And after your first full-time semester, there's $1 million in awards and bursaries available. So we understand that it might be hard to imagine right now going to university, but we want to make it as easy and accessible as possible. So always reach out for those funding opportunities. Maybe you have a full-time job now. Maybe you're able to use resources from your parents and guardian if they have funding options from the companies that they work at. But we'll make sure that we find as much support as available for you to find the funding to attend post-secondary education. On campus, TRU has more than 1 million square feet of amazing learning spaces, blended with beautiful campus green spaces. Our average class sizes are around 31 students, and you're not going to just be a number. You're going to have the ability to connect with your professor on projects and research you never imagined possible.
Through a friend of mine, I found out that Nancy was looking for someone to do research with, or a research student. It was using the scanning electron microscope here at TRU to do kind of a chemical analysis and a microscopic imaging of some of the sediment layers from the fossil beds.
So I worked with Jenny Carl from the psychology department for my honors thesis, and her focus and what we focused on for my honors was the development of prehension, or the act of reaching to grasp an object.
We have such a unique opportunity at TRU to become involved in these sort of projects. We're surveying approximately 400 youth to get a little bit more insight into why Canada tends to have a really low youth voting turnout.
We started digging in the middle, and next thing you know, we're pulling out all these different colored minerals that were completely different from the surrounding rock layers. We started off going up there with something in mind, and it ended up being totally different.
And I'd place a cherry in front of them. We would film them from the side, from below, and then from the front, and take still frames, looking for a measure of interest that we wanted. We found that 11 to 14-month-old infants, their reach is still highly reliant on touch and not completely under visual control. And that's really different from previous research.
Some trends that we've really seen at why people do not vote, or they don't vote regularly, is simply because they don't think their vote matters, or they don't think they're informed enough. Being involved in these kind of projects is what's going to set you apart
when you're applying for jobs, when you're applying to grad school, law school.
And once you start, it's really hard not to continue.
And I really, really feel like I've developed a passion for research just in general, right? Just because of having this opportunity.
This is undergrad research at TRU.
Once accepted to TRU, you're going to want to find out what housing options are available to you. Living on campus is a great option. Need some groceries or want to get a bite to eat? There's many different restaurants and grocery stores just within walking distance. Or an easy way to meet new friends and get to a study group is by living on campus. But best part of all is that you're right in the middle of action for all campus events, and we're centrally located for all different neighborhoods around Kamloops. Let's talk a little bit about our 3 residence options on campus. East Village is an apartment-style residence with over 250 spaces, bridging the gap between on and off-campus living. North Tower is an 11-story residence. Tower is home to 570 students and features some of the best views in the city. McGill Residence is a dorm-style residence on the south side of campus and houses 302 students in a 4-bedroom quad. Costs and more info about housing can be found at tru.ca/housing.
Hey, come on in. So this is where I live. My roommate lives right there, and this is mine, so I'll show you mine. When you walk in, you have obviously a big bed that's like a queen size almost, and you've got your closet, which is right here. And the best part is waking up to this. I literally wake up every morning to take photos. It never gets old.
Oh hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Come on in.
This is how my guild room looks like.
So this is my little home, my bed, my couch. This is my couch, so, you know, works good for watching my television, which I did bring from home, FYI.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Come in. So welcome to our apartment. This is what a 4-bedroom quad looks like after the renovation. So these are my roommates' rooms. They're not here right now. They have classes.
So this is our common space. This is the dining table where all of our, like my roommates and I, we sit and have lunch, dinner, sometime breakfast.
My room kind of reflects my personality.
This is a study table. This is where I spend most of my time because I'm a responsible student.
Others may prefer to live off campus. There's a couple neighborhoods located all around Thompson Rivers University. And especially if you're able to live with roommates, it could be a more budget-friendly option. For me, I was able to live in Valley View, as you see on the screen here. The main reason is because I was still living at home, saved some money, and had a delicious Italian cooked home dinner every night. What could be better than that? Everyone's path at TRU is unique. There's so many ways to reach your potential and find your true. And you know, the best way to explain this is to talk about my own history. So I graduated high school many moons ago, and for me, I didn't think university was in the cards. I thought to me, I didn't have the capability, my grades weren't that strong, and I wasn't sure if that was the right step for me. I dabbled in some other things. I did go to university and did trades, but eventually I went more in the academic pathway. But that's because of the services at TRU. So I was able to know that I was able to achieve a Bachelor of Business Administration program, or at least be admitted into that program without maybe meeting the requirements because of the flexibility of admissions in our open programs. So I took my first semester, upgraded my courses, and the next semester after that, I kind of fell in love with TRU. I didn't, you know, I wasn't a person that was completely sold when I started classes, but the faculty, the staff, and the group of students that I was with helped me discover more about myself each class I took, each semester I went through. And the faculty and professors are still the mentors for me to this day. So to find your true, it's really stepping outside of that comfort zone, right? We want to help you understand that there's supports even beyond academic and outside of the classroom. We want to make sure that the experience you have at TRU is not like any other experience you would have experienced at any post-secondary. So for me, I totally agree with that. The person you see here today, the person in this presentation, isn't the same person that started their Bachelor of Business Administration program back in the start of 2010, 2011. So now I was able to graduate with a double major in human resources and marketing. And because of my co-op experience, which is my work term experience throughout my degree, I was able to be more confident going into workplaces and competing for those jobs. And I got an amazing opportunity, of course, to be in front of you here today to talk about my story and tell students that, you know, Thompson Rivers University is an opportunity for all students to not just be a number and able to discover themselves and actually make some changes, not only in their life, but in the workplace and in the future. So I can't wait to see you on campus, and I can't wait to share more with you about Thompson Rivers University. Now that you heard my story, let's listen to a few more outstanding TRU stories.
Perfect. That's the kind of intro that I like.
So the event was mainly Billy's idea. He knew Paul Butler from Toronto, his friend who wanted to tap into the university market.
I've been doing the collage party all over North America and Europe. It's kind of different every time. It's unique. Everybody has creativity in them, and this medium allows them to express themselves and have fun. It can be like a form of therapy.
And then we were trying to think, we kind of need something else for this. He knew people from Base Coast. They suggested 2 artists to us, and we set up riders, decided DJ music, and then collage art together could be a cool concept.
We all kind of had our own pieces in it. We worked a lot on social media, creating posters, helping out with the ticketing team as well.
This was my first experience in doing ticketing.
We were in charge of designing the room.
We were in charge of keeping all the other teams on track, on time, and on budget. It went so well. It was so stressful, but we sold out on the day of.
And we got everyone dancing and then shut the place down.
This is a class organized event, and that grades were actually involved. I think that's so cool.
Give me a minute, let me stop that.
We get to actually experience what the real world after graduation is going to be like.
I learned how to work as a team.
It was really helpful to have a team for me. Usually I do it by myself.
The DJs were happy, professors happy, everybody's happy.
Whoever's actually grading this, A+.
I just want to highlight 3 amazing alumni stories. Evan Choi wanted to use entrepreneurial creativity to bring about change in social issues. Now, he's completed the Bachelor of Business Administration program and is a branch manager at TD Commercial Bank. Ashley was inspired to give voice to the voiceless and hold authority figures accountable to the people. That's why she chose to study journalism. And from there, now she's a BC digital editor of Black Press Media. And Chelsea had dreams to become a professional skier. An adventure guide diploma and a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies degree at TRU helped her break free from that identity as a competitive athlete, broaden her goals, and see many different routes to success in the tourism industry. Our alumni and students didn't get the success just by academics alone on campus. We have amazing student support services that provide more of a wraparound support. So from the moment you apply to graduation day to when you walk across the stage and even after with career counseling, we're committed to student success, but that means the academic supports have to be there just as much. So that might mean equal access to education is achieved when barriers are removed by our accessibility team, or getting help through that writing process with our writing center, or having a staff or faculty member connect you with early alerts on optional, totally confidential support to students who need it. And you might see a couple of videos in the next couple slides from Alicia and Vince. They'll help explain a little bit more of what our support services are. I want to touch on our counselors, who are there to support your mental and academic well-being. It has never been easier to access individual counseling appointments or workshops because they're now held virtually. The counseling office is a respectful, safe, affirming atmosphere for students of all races, ability, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, age, culture, and socioeconomic status.
If you're struggling with mathematics or statistics, the Math Help Center is support and expertise, which equals results. I get it now.
I need help with math as well, so just stay close.
That's what I'm here for too.
Is it the 5th? What day is it? October? I'm so afraid. What is trigonometry?
Don't worry, we'll help you through.
What's my student number? I have so many questions.
Going from high school courses to university expectations was hard for me. Supplemental learning is here to help you with those traditionally challenging introductory courses. These free weekly remote review sessions are led by a student who has previously mastered the course and knows how to share study strategies so you can succeed.
You're gonna square your solution, right?
Supplemental learning is not meant to replace lectures. It's meant to complement your studies. Supplemental learning, if you will.
That's true. But for effective learning, there are do's and don'ts.
Don't come if you don't want to work. Don't skip the post-midterm sessions. Do come at any point in the semester. It's never too late. Don't give up after one session. Don't expect one-on-one tutoring. Do exchange contact details. Make some friends while you're at it.
We understand that reconciliation and indigenization takes time. We continue to build a network of supports and services through our Indigenous events and initiatives including Orange Shirt Day, Indigenous Awareness Week, territorial markers on campus, and others. So students that self-identify, we want to make sure that they're not alone at TRU. They can always reach out to one of our Kelmuk student recruiter advisors with any program questions or any questions about funding or what are the Indigenous services and events and supports that are on campus. Feel free to reach out to Ashley or Lily at any time. Now Karen and Marcus are going to explain what Kapulkatan is on campus.
Wait, I'm Kara.
And I'm Marcus.
We're super excited to show you Kapulkatan today.
This is our home away from home for Indigenous students, so come on in, guys. Go. Hey, what's going on? Hey. Wondering about how this space is important for prospective students.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a cultural safe space on campus, and so this house, Kapulkatan, is really meant for that, and so students can come study, come hang out, come socialize. You know, as Indigenous students come from all over the province, it's hard to connect, and so this is a place that connections can be made in.
Sustainability matters at TRU. So much so that we were actually been ranked as one of the first universities in Canada to earn the platinum rating in the STARS environmental tracking system. In order to achieve that ranking, TRU has a list of initiatives. Some that you see on the screen, like the Zipcar rental program that we have on campus, or a free bike rental program through the Sustainability Office, and our zero waste stations. Those are just a couple of the initiatives and a list of many that made us one of the highest ranked university in sustainability efforts.
Owning a vehicle can be so expensive. You've got your monthly payments, maintenance, gas, parking. Who am I, a secret millionaire? If you're looking for occasional access to a vehicle, I would highly recommend checking in with TRU Sustainability. If you ever want to feel the wind in your hair, you just want to hit the highway that takes you all the way to the Costco and back, Zipcars are perfect for short-term shopping. Faster, faster! Zipcar is the perfect complement to public transit, and they live right on campus. Join a commuter community with Ride Shark Rideshare. Jim, what do you think about that?
You know, I can talk about sustainability all day long, but I just got a notification on my Ride Shark app that we gotta go pick some people up.
Oh my gosh, but can I get you to wear this first?
Absolutely.
Yes. Let's talk about having 2 wheels instead of 4. Choose the date, choose the time, choose the bike. It's free and it's fun and gets you where you want to go. Reserve a bike online through the Sustainability Office.
Sustainability!
Experience is everything, so why not find out what you want to do or maybe what you don't want to do before you graduate. I know the students that I chat with day in, day out, they're always worried about going into a program and not sure what career opportunities are on the other end. We make sure through our Career and Experiential Learning Office that our students are supported, whether it be co-op education, so finding those work terms within your degree, experiential learning programs, so some good volunteer opportunities that you can take part in, career services like help on your resume, cover letter, and even experiencing just more access and being more accessible and learning hands-on experiences. So the opportunity to take part in cooperative education lets you test drive a career before you graduate. You're also going to get paid and earn credits towards your graduation. Let's see what Nick has to say about it.
There's not really another program where you would find the experience before you graduate to get a job or develop connections with people. Like your employer that you're working for might offer you a job for when you graduate, and that's happened plenty of times. I've heard lots of stories about that happening, and that's amazing. Like, why would you, there's nothing better than that.
So there's not just experiential learning in the workplace. Some students take the advantage of study abroad. And I know you might be thinking to yourself that you want to take that gap year, you want to explore the world before you start post-secondary education. But at Thompson Rivers University, we'll actually give you a bursary to travel the world. It gives you the opportunity to experience new cultures and a whole new community. You can do it for a semester, and possibly you might even be able to do a co-op abroad. These opportunities don't come lightly, and it's a non-competitive program, so most students and most of our programs can take advantage of this. I know it might seem like a foregone situation to travel during COVID-19, but of course study abroad will continue when it is safe to do so through the provincial and federal governments.
I always wanted to go to America, just growing up watching the movies.
I was always dependent on my family.
And I just felt kind of stuck in my shell and really wanted to escape.
It would be an opportunity to travel the world and see what is out there for me, so I went.
Have a whole new open understanding of what it's really like to be in a completely different culture and have to immerse yourself.
I think I brought back a new way of thinking.
A group of people that became as my family.
All my great friends.
I totally changed the way I view the world and the way I think critically as a person.
I really set in stone what I want to do with my future, and now I'm majoring in international business.
Finding a true place where I belong and finding my true passion, that was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, if I can make it there, I can make it here.
Columbus State University in Georgia, USA.
Tokyo, Japan, and Toyo Daigaku.
2 semesters in Australia and a semester in China.
Lismore, Australia. Don't think about it, just do it.
I gotta make sure I touch on TRU Wolfpack, TRU's official athletic team. TRU students get free admission to the Wolfpack home games, so make sure you go on and cheer the pack. Our student athletes also train at world-class facilities on campus, like the Tournament Capital Center, which is the largest recreational facility on campus. TRU students get free access to the Olympic-sized pool and a discounted monthly membership rate. Now that you've seen all the information about TRU, at least what I'm talking about today, I want you to show you that whole team of people. Oh, this way? No. This way. A whole team of people that's dedicated to your success at TRU. This is the team of the Future Students office, which you can reach out and ask any questions about our programs and services. And of course, you can connect with us through just general email, which you see there at futurestudents@tru.ca, Or you can check out our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and search up hashtag MyTRU, and you'll find a lot of different programs and services and things we're posting on social media. So I just want to say thank you. I know this presentation maybe is a little different than what you've experienced in the past, but I wanted to thank you for the opportunity that you gave me today and TRU. And if you any questions that we didn't cover today, please reach out. We would be happy to help find your TRU and the next steps towards post-secondary education.